Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action heading out west where the Phoenix Suns are taking on the Jazz. So 2020 is almost over, thank goodness, and we've got a promo code to celebrate. The code is 2021 for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Jazz favorite in this one minus 3.5, and the total is 219.5. We've got Lee joining us from ASA to break this one all down for us. Lee, we're doing this a bit early, and sometimes these NBA games, they're announcing just hours before the games that some of their starters are being rested. And then, of course, we've got the added COVID stuff going on. So just taking that with a grain of salt, we're going to look at how these teams match up. Lee, what do you see when these two teams match up on paper?
To begin with, I love the two superstars in this matchup, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. I mean, they've got huge ceilings. They're going to be outstanding players for years to come. I really like what Phoenix did in the offseason by bringing in Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. It kind of gives them a toughness, a defensive mindset, and it's shown early on here in the Phoenix games. Phoenix is 4-0 under this year. They have the 28th slowest pace in the NBA. Utah, meanwhile, they're 21st in pace of play. So both teams prefer to play slower tempos, which is great for underbettors, right? The Suns right now are second in defensive efficiency. They allow under a point per possession. The Jazz are 13th, so another solid defensive team here. The Suns' highest scoring total this year was 216. They've allowed 106 or less in all four games. The Jazz have one higher scoring game at 220. That was against Portland, but Portland is the fifth fastest paced team in the NBA, not like Phoenix, who's 28th. Both are top 8 in points allowed per game. They allow under 109 points per game. They're both in the bottom half of the NBA in 2-point field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. And let's not forget, the average NBA game right now is 225 points. But we're going to see that number start trending down because they typically score more early in the season. But I don't see these two teams getting to 220.
Right. Phoenix actually started the season with 4 straight unders, which for a public bettor or somebody that's just a casual NBA viewer would probably surprise you just because when you think the Suns, you think Devin Booker and how much he can score on a nightly basis. But this is a bit of a different team. They've added some new pieces, Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, as you mentioned. Any other things that you're eyeing in this one or things that you think bettors need to be aware of just in general when betting on the NBA?
Well, again, like you say, the nightly injury report is key. Who's going to play? Who's not going to play? We like to bet NBA games right up to game time. You know, in this setting, the Phoenix Suns bench just played outstanding last night, and they did put up a lot of points for a second unit. So I hope we don't see that continuing for them. Like, you know, if their starters come out and their second team comes in, they score a pile of points. That won't help the over or the under in this case. So let's hope that's not the case.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Lee from ASA. Lee, thanks for joining us.